Alright, update on spells. So it looks like we have broken out of the top of this bull flag. Now, when we made our last video for this, I think it was a couple of days ago, we were looking for a breakout, a back test of this resistance here on the top of the bull flag, round about the 0.0042 region, and we have had that. We've back tested and we've started to head up. So all in all, I think this was definitely the bottoming region for spell token. Now, we were slightly cautious on calling this the bottom until we did break out of this bull flag, mainly because, you know, I highlighted we have just been putting in bear flag, there's a bear flag here, there was a bearish pennant down here. You know, we were pretty bearish for spell up until right now, and to be honest, in the macro term, we aren't out of the water. As I've highlighted, this is the #1 important level to break. I think I highlighted this in the previous video that I made, and it's because that, you know, basically spell token, since we put in this all-time high, we've been coming down, we've been making lower highs, or lower lows, sorry. We've been coming up, having big rallies, making lower highs. So let me show you. We've got a all-time high here, then we made a lower low, lower high, came down, made a lower low, made a lower high. If we zoom in and see what's going on down here, you can see we came down, made a lower low here, lower high, came down, lower low down here. And so far, I mean, this is why I'm still a tiny bit cautious for this. We are still in a lower high trajectory. I mean, if we zoom in, we might have basically just came to the exact target. But no, you can see if I analyze this, if I put horizontal ray right here, this is still technically a lower high, even though it's literally like a fraction of a percent below. So I am still being cautious for spell token. Nonetheless, you know, like I've been saying, I do think this is the bottom for spell token. I don't think we're going to come down to these price targets that we did talk about if we did break out the bottom of this bearish pennant. We do have some, I don't want to say decent, but it's half decent volume coming in right now. I think if we come down to the lower time frames, we've got a little bit of nice volume coming in, especially since we did put in this bottoming formation. So all in all, you know, for spell token, I do think we are going to be heading up. The price target of this bull flag is all the way up here at the $0.0055 level. If we take a measured move price target and see how far away this is approximately about a 25% trade, so still pretty good. Do bear in mind, spell token does have a relatively low market cap from what I remember. I don't remember the exact market cap, but the #1 level that we do still need to break is this region right here. If you're watching from home and you can't see the price targets, it is 0.0061. So once we do break this region, we would have broken above this local low, this one, and this one. And this is the macro low that we've got all the way down here at 0.0061. So once we do break 0.0061 USD, I do think that we can get ready for a very big rally coming for spell token. Now, if we take a measured move Fibonacci retracement level from the top to the bottom, let me make sure I've got the accurate data down here. There we go. Sometimes I fat finger the price targets, but yeah. So we'd have basically a trade all the way up to the 236, and do bear in mind we're still not out of the water if we do come up to here and get rejected. But nonetheless, I do think, at least in terms of market structure, we would have taken out this, you know, lower low formation where we do keep on heading down for spell token. So this is what I'm looking for. We still have this trend line that is very much in play with lower highs, and I think until we do break above this #1 level that I have highlighted in the past few videos, we're not technically out of the water for spell. So while I do think this is the bottom, while I do think we are going to be heading up, while I do think this 25% trade is, you know, definitely one that is going to play out, I think, you know, we could even come up 25% to this, shoot past it, and then come up to this #1 important level that I've been highlighting. You know, this was the previous macro local low down here. This was the neckline of this M pattern. So I think just breaking above the top of this would be very healthy. And personally, like I've been saying, I don't know if spell token is one of the cryptos that I do want to hold in the long term, or I do want to add to my portfolio. You know, that doesn't mean that it doesn't look like it's got a good setup. It does have a half decent setup, but do bear in mind, if you only watch my spill videos, if you're not subscribed, I do cover maybe sometimes 6, 8, 10, 12 altcoin videos a day. So I do have a lot of trades open right now. I trade a lot of cryptos. I've got a lot of hodl bags. I've got a lot of trading bags. I've got a lot of leverage longs open right now for different cryptos. So I just don't know if I can handle adding Spell Token to that list of cryptos that I'm currently trading. But nonetheless, it still does look pretty good. If you are just interested in my analysis instead of my trading plan, then yeah, like I said, I mean, once we do break this number one important level, once again 0.0061, then we can be a lot more macro bullish on Spell Token. And once we do break that, we would basically have a trade. In my opinion, I definitely think I would be getting ready to take this trade, because this is a 90% trade all the way up to the first Fibonacci level. So if this is the bottom, if we do manage to break macro market structure, break above this previous local low down here at 0.0062, I'm getting kind of sick of saying the 0.000, but nonetheless, once we do break above this level right here, which I've been saying, then we would be heading up to the 0.236, at least in my opinion, in the short term. I do think this would be a very, very quick trade. If you do look at how Spell Token moves, it seems like we like to, at least when we do a temporary bottom, it looks like we have a big spike up, come down, back test the 786, especially if I draw this down to the close down here. We came right back down to the 786. So personally, if I was looking to enter a trade on Spell, I mean, we might have already back tested the 618, so I mean, that might be good enough already. Yeah, we've already back tested the 618, so I take that back. Spell, I mean, at least in the short term, Spell looks good. We've back tested the 618, and in my opinion, you know, we're breaking above the 0.5 right now. At least in the short term, this looks very bullish. So I've got my eyes on this trade. The conservative target is the bull flag breakout. That's a 25% increase. And all the way up to this previous local low down here is a 37% trade. So Spell's looking pretty good. Like I said, I'm not going to be making the trade on this one. I've got too many trades open at the moment that I'm already trying to focus on. So nonetheless, I do think this is the bottoming region for Spell Token. And if we just finish this off with the weekly, you can see the RSI and the MFI are so beat down. I mean, look at the money flow indicator. All the money's completely flowed out, and you know, it's not a surprise. If we look at this on the weekly, you can really see how this has fallen off the table in the past couple of months. So the RSI is at 38, the money flow indicator is at 34. In my opinion, these can have an absolute tear to the upside, which is why I'm not worried about sitting on the sidelines until we do break this local low down here. Once again, at the 0.0061. Once we do break that, I may consider making a trade, because like I said, this is a 90% increase. So that's worth, you know, the little bit of extra effort just to make another trade to add to my portfolio. I definitely will be making that trade if we do break out, if we do backtest this region and start to head up. So that's all I see for Spell. Best of luck if you are in Spell, and once again, none of this is financial advice, it's just my own opinion on the market, and you've always got to do what's best for you. Cowboy out. Peace.